Hello everyone, it's Marietou from Women in Leadership. Welcome to my channel. If you're new to this channel, welcome. This is a platform where we empower women and encourage them to take on more leadership role. So welcome. Now, if you see values in my video, please make sure you give it a thumbs up so you can reach as many women as possible, as many young ladies as possible. Now, are you ready to get empowered? Let's jump right into it. What is a leader? So if you ask 20 different women, they will give you 20 different answers as far as they understand leadership to be, right? They could all be different answers, but correct answers. So take a second and in your mind, what is leadership? Think about what leadership means to you. So it is said that organizations need good leaders in order for them to be functional. I definitely agree. However, do we only need leaders in organizations? Can we not find leaders outside the organizations, outside the office? Do we have leaders in our communities? Do we have leaders in the schools? Do we even have leaders in the homes? We do, right? So leadership is not necessarily about the office setting, right? We only don't need them in an organization. We need them pretty much everywhere. Even when if you're a young lady amongst your friends, there's always someone that stands out more as a leader. There's always someone that always takes the leadership role, right? I'm sure there was a time when you were able to convince a couple of your friends to take a trip to Cancun or to take a trip to Miami. I'm sure if you are a middle-aged woman, maybe you have children, you were able to convince a group of PTA parents to take an action, correct? Leadership could be really broad, or all of us at some point in our lifetime have taken a leadership role. So we're going to define leadership. So what exactly is leadership? In its global term, leadership is someone who is able to influence other people, someone who's capable of encouraging a person, an individual, or a group to achieve a goal. So with that being said, it goes back to what I just mentioned about how we all in our past have been a leader. So if being a leader means being an influencer, why is leadership gender specific? So one day on the ride home with my daughter, we were in a conversation and I popped the question and asked her, can you name a leader for me? And she started to name a couple of leaders. Barack Obama was one of them. Martin Luther King was one of them, to name a few. So all these big, well-known leaders. And I said to her, I said, but what about, do we not have any woman leaders? Then she jumped, oh yeah, mom, you. And then she started naming a few more leaders like Michelle Obama, Rosa Parks, and so on and so on. And I asked her, I said, but why were you prompted to name female leaders and not name male leaders? Then she replied, well, mom, that's because society has a preconceived conception that leadership is masculine. So when you mention leadership, automatically the thoughts are going towards a male leader rather than a female leader. And I'm hoping young ladies, young women are also recognizing that is a misconception, and it's something that we as women, as young ladies, as female, as mothers, sisters, daughters, we need to change that mentality through discussions that we're gonna have, through conversations, through educational platform, through talks. So it takes all of us to change that. I was once asked if leaders are born or made, and I'm sure you have received that question. Are leaders born or made? What logical to me is that we were all born with some type of skills in us. We were all born with some leadership skills or traits. Now, either it's inherited or we cultivate it. But it's those skills and those traits that we develop that makes us great leaders. So it is up to the person to either work on their skills to become good leaders, or to just let those skills sit somewhere and then they shy away and decide to be followers. What are you? What do you want to be? Are you a leader? Are you a follower? So I'm going to show some numbers from the Catalyst as to where women are ranking. Women represent 49% of the educational system. They also represent 47% of the labor force. 60% of women are holding undergraduate degrees. Another 60% are holding master's degrees. However, only 25% represent women on the executive level. So does that sit well with you, where only 25% of us women are represented on the executive level? There is a problem with that. So, and it's up, like I said earlier, it is up to us to change that. And how are we changing that? We're gonna challenge the status quo. If you're watching this video and you are running an organization, you need to be aware that in this century, we need to change that culture. You need to hire more women. You need to have more women participating in leadership posts, leadership activities, in order for your organization to run effectively. If you're a young lady watching this video, I want you to be empowered. So how do we empower women to lead? How do we invite women to sit at the leadership table? Well, let me share this quote with you. Someone has said before, when you empower a man, you empower an individual. But when you empower a woman, you empower a whole nation. So it takes for each one of us to empower a nation. If we all take that action, then we're gonna start seeing change in the world, change in the workforce, change in the communities, change in the schools, and change in the home. Don't get me wrong, I'm not a feminist, because in my own belief, I know there's a fine line between man and woman. I know there are some things men can do and women cannot do. And if you think about it, God has favored us. Whatever your belief is, He has favored us women because He took His time to make us. Look how beautiful we are. Aren't we more beautiful than men? However, men are meant to be male and female are meant to be female. So we all have to draw that fine line. But when it comes to the workforce, when it comes to women taking responsibilities, when it comes to women taking additional roles to better themselves, to develop themselves, to get to the next level, then there is no feminism. It's all about getting women to get to where they want to be. So as you leave here today, think about what type of a leader are you? Every woman is a leader. Every woman is a leader. Every young girl is a leader. But it takes for someone to see your potentials and encourage you to spread your wings. For more information about this topic, stay tuned, stay connected, but also look out for my upcoming book on woman empowerment. Thank you for joining me today, and I will see you on my next video. Bye now.